Good morning and welcome, everyone. We have something a little different and a little special to showcase this week. We have various luminaires from our extensive range of automated lighting, but this time controlled by a third-party hardware and software solution to work together as spotlights. So we'll look at a remote follow spot control and performer tracking using a diverse range of our fixtures and show you how they can easily integrate into a stage design to be used as powerful follow spots, therefore smoothly, seamlessly, and accurately illuminating their subject or target and always keeping them in the spotlight.
Yeah, and a warm welcome also from my side here. Welcome to another episode of our beautiful coffee break from the Elation studios here in the Netherlands, in Kerkrade, the center of Europe. And grab your coffee mug like we do here. Cheers, everyone. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our coffee break. And today's coffee break, we will show you how Elation moving heads can easily be used as a follow spot system.
So over the past few years, we've seen follow spot systems coming along that use automated lighting in the rig to manually track performers as they move on stage. Some, of course, even offer automated tracking too, with using belt packs, tags, or even sensors. So this really allows any moving head to be used as a spot, cutting costs by using fixtures that are already in your design or your rig and removing those old enormous follow spots and the associated lamp maintenance and labor costs. Not to mention the sometimes dangerous positions the operators have to work in and therefore the related health and safety and the risk assessment requirements as well.
And older systems in the market use a lot of different equipment, or sometimes they even require a special version of a moving head, which makes these moving heads even more expensive than the original product. But the technology has evolved, and nowadays it is possible to use existing moving heads as they are, or just to purchase a standard version of a moving head to use it with an automated follow spot system.
So now a single person can potentially be in control of multiple spots, illuminating targets while saving time, money, and always from a remote, completely safe position. Of course, follow spots may not always be used for 100% of your show, so in those moments your Elation units can return to their normal use, offering great projections, aerials, and animating your productions with their colors, effects, and their movement. Of course, we want our fixtures to be kept busy on your productions because this is precisely what they were built to do.
So now we are going to show you how your Elation units can work perfectly in combination with an innovative follow spot system.
So the tracking system we've chosen to use today is an independent solution called Follow Me. So they're based here in the Netherlands, and from just one system you can track up to 6 performers with an unlimited amount of fixtures. Today, however, we're using 6 Elation fixtures above us. More details on that in just a few moments. Of course, you can go to follow-me.nu to see more details on their reliable, flexible, and affordable systems. But they've made a great animated video to help introduce the product and the product concept for you. So let's have a little look at that.
Follow Me is a remote follow spot control system that integrates easily into any existing lighting infrastructure. Where traditional methods of using front-of-house or truss-mounted follow spots impose cost and rigging implications, Follow Me offers a quick-to-implement alternative that is independent, flexible, and affordable. Using a single Follow Me system with just one camera, you are capable of following multiple performers with multiple fixtures each. Follow Me works with any fixture from any manufacturer. We start to set up the system by placing just a single camera in the truss, which gives us a great overview of the stage area. Once we have calibrated the camera and the lights, we can now start following the performers by keeping the crosshairs focused on them with our Follow Me mouse consoles. Height differences of the stage are no problem for Follow Me, as you can outline the performers area in our 3D mesh tool. Each performer needs one operator to keep any light focused on the performer from all angles. Whether it's a single light or the whole rig, just one operator is needed. Every operator follows one performer. To follow more performers, simply add more Follow Me mouse consoles to your set. Next to manual control, we also have the option to automatically track performers with Follow Me Traxes, providing the artists with small tags that communicate their positioning information to the Follow Me system. This makes Follow Me a hybrid solution where your performers are automatically followed whilst always being able to take back manual control using the camera feed when desired. With Follow Me, you can use any fixture as a follow spot. You can use unlimited fixtures. You can follow multiple performers with just a single system. you can work with any stage layout, including height variances. You can merge and integrate with all lighting consoles and automation systems. Follow Me has followed many shows such as Muse, Rammstein, The Voice, and many more. For more information, please visit our website followme.nu.
So that's a great video to introduce the product for you, but our job today is to really show how our various luminaires from our portfolio work with any of these tracking systems. And this, of course, can be automated spots, profiles, hybrids, or even in certain circumstances, a wash unit.
And here it becomes very interesting for those of you who already have simulation fixtures, or for all operators and LDs, or those of you who want to go new ways, or those who have large productions with multiple actors like a musical where each of them needs their individual and own lighting, or just a small school stage where you don't have the manpower or simply not the budget for follow spot operators, so you can use your existing fixtures with the new system.
So in our last stream 3 weeks ago, we covered the Artiste Mondrian Profile FX fixture. So this is one of our latest powerhouse units that is really at home working with a follow spot tracking system such as this. And why is that? It's because it's our brightest fixture and a dynamic long throw projection specialist. So it's an exceptionally powerful 51,000 lumen unit with a hotspot LED for that high center beam intensity. So that, combined with an impressively narrow beam capability and a large 226 millimeter plano convex front lens, really makes the unit ideal for the biggest venues, the longest throws, and perfectly suited to be a reliable automated follow spot.
And actually, the Mondrian is really the preferred choice for all the LDs out there who need the long throw application, who really work on stadiums, on large arenas, where brightness matters and where you need a zoom, which is very, very narrow to cut through the longest distances. And even if you work outdoors, an IP65 product is the Proteus Maximus, and that will help you to do the job the same way when you work on an outdoor production and you simply don't want to use a follow spot somewhere standing. You just take one of our outdoor products like the the Proteus Maximus or the Proteus Lucius, and they will do the job for you.
So we'll see this today as the Mondrian returns to work again with 2 units out front behind the camera ready to go to work today. Joining the 2 Mondrian units, we have an Artiste Monet profile and an Artiste Picasso profile above me on the left-hand side here. Whereas above Frederik on the right-hand side, we have a Fuze profile and a Fuze profile CW luminaire. So these are all going to work together today with bright, cold white light from their powerful, optimized LED engines with perfect optics and a wide zoom range capability.
So now that you know which products we're using today, we just want to show you what they look like on camera, and that's why I'm going to my position right now. You see a lot of light surrounding me here. And we have a different view for you guys because we mentioned the camera, which is coming with the system. And we're going to switch the camera for you to give you the view which the operator of the moving heads or of the spots will have usually.
So you can see we are illuminating Frederik at the moment with the crosshair right in the middle of his torso where it's supposed to be. You have control of various things at this point as well, which we're going to cover in a short while, such as camera gain, so you can really tweak the camera for certain conditions. So whenever you're ready, Freddy, I think we can try some movement.
Okay, I'm moving forward now, like a moderator or a presenter on a stage would usually do it when he gives a speech. And that is right now the view you have as the operator of the follow spot system.
And of course, we have full control over intensity as well, so that can be dimmed on the fly and adjusted whatever you need.
Okay,
and if we
on my
move
way back.
So you can see how the units really are smooth and perform quite flawlessly in tracking Frederik quite easily.
Yeah, and you see our moving heads are just really perfect with this system. They just do their job properly. They just follow me without any steps, without any shaking. That's the way they're supposed to work with the system.
So the usual features we always talk about in these streams become no less important for units that are tracking performers. So high CRI and impressive color rendering for on-camera work, beautiful flat fields for even illumination, seamless dimming performance, and of course even those fan modes to keep the spots quiet for a theatre production and so on. Overall, though, the quality of light counts more than ever, of course, with lighting people, or rather skin, and these fixtures were engineered precisely for that from the ground up, whether performing as a follow spot or not.
And again, we would like to mention that there's no addition needed on the moving head itself. So you just take your Elation moving heads, which you have on stock, use them in combination with the system. And this is unlike other systems you have in the market where you need to buy expensive or more expensive versions of the original product. In this case, you just take your Elation fixtures and they're ready to go.
And crucially, in the role of tracking follow spots, the unit must be accurate and reliable with their parameters. Most of all, of course, movement, as you'd expect. Our engineers have always worked hard to ensure our 16-bit pan and tilt mechanisms are seamlessly accurate and smooth, with perfect repeatability and no bounce at the end of travel. That accuracy in engineering, of course, extends to other important mechanisms for tracking, such as zoom, focus, and the iris. So, of course, we're in our large showroom as always today, and hopefully this demonstration gives you an idea of how these units integrate with a follow spot tracking system to work on a diverse range of productions and applications on a much bigger scale. So we could be talking arenas, stadiums, TV, keynote presentations, theatre, TED Talks, outdoor festivals, and even circuses. So any application where you need the best, most silent, and fully equipped moving heads, tracking their targets with the speed you desire, yet moving smoothly, reliably, and accurately every time thanks to this bulletproof tracking system.
And yeah, it's the coffee break time again, and it's time for you to get in touch with us, to interact with us. Leave your comments here. Do you guys have any questions? Where are you based? What kind of coffee you're drinking right now? Please send us any comment you want to make. We're really happy to interact with you here during our live session on the Elation Coffee Break.
And of course, we say hello to the usual faces. We have some very loyal people that always turn up to these streams, so we say hello to everyone.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us all the time. We really appreciate it.
So this particular tracking system comprises of a rack server, but also a camera mounted in a suitable position above the stage. So I think we're going to switch back to that now. But you also have those additional control surfaces that you may need, which we're going to speak about in just a moment. So once the tracking system is installed, it can be calibrated with the stage and the fixture locations using a 3D mesh. And then you're able to follow performers to keep them in the spotlight. So let's go back to, okay, here we go.
And you can see even that the camera is really capable of catching the entire scene. So no matter which size of the stage you have, which shapes and which kind of stages you have within the entire set, it doesn't matter. The camera can really adapt to everything, and the system is capable of catching the entire stage as it is.
So the setup is easy and straightforward and logical with that 3D mesh mapping any stage, allowing for height differences and even set pieces and obstacles too. The fixtures are focused during your setup to your chosen calibration points all over your performance area. You can have as few or as many as you want. The camera provides the necessary overview of the performance area, as you can see with that crosshair. And also, I think you can see on here, you can see little green dots. So those are actually the calibration points from our initial setup.
And by the way, you have the first time the beautiful view of our beautiful showroom here in our European headquarters. So that's the entire place where we have our studio located. So that's also a very unique view for you guys watching us here on the coffee break.
Indeed. And this system also allows you to have dedicated hardware add-ons, such as the mouse console, which I think we have an image for you. So this is powered over Ethernet, and also we have a fader console too that can simply be daisy-chained to the mouse controller. So you can, of course, add multiples of both consoles attached to one tracking system, so each operator can have his own dedicated control surface or workstation.
And of course, we are working very, very close with the developers team to make sure that all our moving heads work perfectly with their system. So that's a very usual interaction with those guys to really make sure that our products work perfectly with their system.
So firstly, getting back to that ruggedized mouse console. So this allows for accurate manual tracking, yet it's ergonomically designed for comfort and with full control over sensitivity to suit the particular user or the movement speed of the performer. The fader console adds further a hands-on control capability too, but both of these add-on consoles allow their various faders, buttons, and encoders to be mapped with almost any related fixture parameter or control attribute from the tracking system software. So that gives you instant hands-on control of whatever you need most. So you can map or assign preset positions, groups of fixtures, targets, or even a single fixture parameter mapped to a fader, such as intensity, iris, or focus, like we have here today.
So let's see some examples, I would say.
Exactly. So let's flick back to our normal, the bird's eye view. We'll take the intensity back up again. So firstly, presets. So we have 2 saved and mapped to buttons on the mouse console. So let's activate number 1. So you can see it's fading. I think we're set up for a 2-second fade. And then the other one is actually up on our little stage that we have in our showroom here. So these are useful to really create easy starting or home positions for your performers, or even create a fixed position, for example, for a drum riser, or even on a product launch, you could have a reveal, such as a car show. It's really useful for things like that. And as we've already played with, other things can be mapped, include the intensity of the fixtures as well. So we've got that on a fader, so you've really got precise control at all times. And of course, you've got the same with the focus as well, really, so you can really tweak the units as you need to. We also have iris mapped to an encoder as well, so you can really tweak that too and bring the irises right down to give yourself really tight beams. And other things can be mapped too. I think we've hinted on this earlier, but the camera gain or the exposure like this, you can tweak it incrementally. And this is useful in outdoor conditions where the performance area is by default too bright or even too dim. So for example, outdoor festivals, this would be incredibly useful.
And that's a really great benefit for all guys of you who are operators, who are lighting designers, and who just work with the lights, who want to have simple control, because now it's really easy to do some presets, some pre-programmed scenes, and you just have them one click away, and you see everything on camera, what's happened, and you can really operate remotely everything due to the combination of the programmed scenes in the system and the camera.
So one last thing we also have mapped, if you can look at the crosshair, is it's called a target offset. So this actually increases, or this allows you to be more accurate depending on the height or the height of the performer that you're following. So you can actually just drag that on your fader, and that will change also. But as you can see, all 6 units are hitting one target, all in bright white light. But of course, that's a little overkill for our showroom. So at any time, you can select or deselect fixtures to join or exit the tracking, or simply start again with one Mondrian like this. So we can just bring in one Mondrian back in. And of course, we can just add another one very easily, like so. And at this point, of course, we can use some of our mappings, and we could just bring in CTO like this. But we'll take that out, of course.
Yeah, and you could just see the way the moving head was going. We did this on purpose so you can see which way it's going, but usually if you would program it, you just program the cue the way that you bring in the light at the desired position, then you light up the moving head, and then you're good to go, because you can be sure that the moving head will be exactly at the position which you can see on your tracking monitor on the camera. And of course, also the zoom can be adjusted automatically. So no matter where the follow spot system is going after you, the zoom range will always be the same, and that is also something which the system is capable of.
Indeed. So let's just add in one more Fuze profile. And then if we flick to our other view, we can see all the other spots joining in as well. And as mentioned before, when not tracking a performer, the units don't have to be idle. They can continue to be used in your normal lighting cues as part of the show, but you can still have control of other fixture attributes whilst the units are used by the tracking software too. So at any moment, we can add color or almost anything else. And using that mouse and fader console, we have instant control of the various attributes we have mapped to their control surfaces. So we can add some CTO, reduce the iris, adjust the focus, etc., etc. And like Frederik just hinted, you can have control of zoom too, but we have this tracking system set up for continuous beam size. So that actually means that the fixtures will automatically adjust to the zoom size based on the position of the performers on stage. So that means the system takes care of zoom overriding what we actually have here today.
And of course, the tracking system like this offers so much more features and options that we have time to show today, such as an automatic tracking with addition of tags for the performers to wear and many other special features to refine the use of the system.
So that's almost it for today. I'm not seeing any questions coming in, but it's really a simple demonstration of how our units can integrate with a follow spot tracking system to keep performers always in the spotlight and allow for on-the-fly manual tracking and changes in fixture behavior and attributes. The perfect combination of a flexible and easy tracking system combined with our fixtures engineered for excellence in optics, LED engines and movement with accuracy, smoothness and quietness in mind.
And especially the Artiste Mondrian and the Proteus Maximus are the features which are perfect for that application because they have this hotspot LED engine which will cut through the longest distance, really perfect for stadium and arena applications. And you're very welcome to give us a call or send us an email wherever you want to get your hands on those units. We would be happy to do any testings with you. Just get in touch with us and let us know what you think about all our ideas and all our products.
So of course, check out any of the fixtures we've used today online at elationlighting.eu, or some of these fixtures have even been featured in some of our previous coffee breaks, so you can click on videos above and check those out at your leisure. So yep, there's no questions today, so I will wrap it up and say it's a goodbye from me anyway, and we'll see you hopefully in 3 weeks.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us for another episode of Elation Coffee Break, and have a wonderful day, stay safe, cheers everyone, and
Cheers.
goodbye.
Bye.